Pete Hegseth and Matt Gaetz and RFK Jr., they represent a shift, a change to that established dynamic. They represent a change to the status quo. And that's precisely why these entrenched bureaucrats resist them as much as they do. And so look at what's happening in Ukraine. What's happening in Ukraine is a direct result of politicians in Washington, a commander-in-chief that is cognitively gone, doesn't know whether he's coming or going, deliberately escalate. I don't even know if it's him, certainly the people behind the curtain, deliberately escalating a conflict with Ukraine to create a quagmire for Trump that he's going to have to deal with for 4 years. And in their own way, they Trump-proof the war, because if they can assure that American troops are on the ground before Trump gets in there, it's a hell of a lot more complicated to navigate our way out. I think that's exactly what the Biden administration is doing, and it is one hell of a gambit. As of yesterday, we had to evacuate our embassy in Ukraine. Listen to this.
In the last few minutes, the United States has announced it is closing its embassy in Kyiv today and instructing employees there to shelter. That's after receiving what it describes as specific information of a potentially significant air attack. Well, overnight, Ukraine's military says Kyiv's air defense units were deployed in defense of the city. Witnesses told the Reuters news agency that they heard multiple blasts.
So multiple blasts. And of course, this is in response to Ukraine firing American ATACMS missiles, long-range ballistic missiles, into the heart of Russia, striking Russian territory. Well, guess what? Russia fired intercontinental ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, that struck in Ukraine today, that unconfirmed reports saying that these have never been used on the battlefield before. I've also seen reports on the battlefield in Ukraine that hypersonic Russian missiles were used to strike on target. I also saw news today about how Vladimir Putin said that now he's going to be going to war with Great Britain for their support of Ukraine as well. This war is spreading like wildfire. And if Ukraine keeps firing into Russia or into Kursk, which is a Russian-held territory, and North Korean troops get killed, now you've dragged Kim Jong-un and North Korea into the war. I mean, this is escalating insanely fast. Yet I don't see or hear Republican politicians screaming from the rooftops that this is happening. I don't think that we've ever been in greater danger in our country right now, with an American president that is cognitively lost. America is leadership, is leaderless. President Trump's not in office yet, so he doesn't speak with the power of the presidency. Folks, I'm serious. I think shit is going to hit the fan soon.